Hello, my name is Jackie Kirkup. Welcome to Access TV Interviews. Today is Thursday, June the 6th, 2024. Today I have with me Grant Jackson, MLA for Spruce Woods. Welcome, Grant.
Thank you, Jackie. Great to be here.
Yeah, it's lovely. It seems I'm feeling a little like, I can't believe I'm interviewing you. This seems a little strange to me, but fun.
It's a little different. It's going to be
is.
fun, though,
Yeah,
for sure.
Absolutely. So, Grant is the MLA for Spruce Woods, and so I'm curious, Grant, you're 7.5 months into this job, so how are things going?
Yeah, well, it's hard to believe that it's been 7.5 months since October 3rd, but time flies when you're having fun, I guess, and it certainly has been fun. It's been quite a learning curve. The fall was a very brief session, so we didn't really get into a whole lot, but we've just risen for the summer on June 3rd, and we were in since March 6th.
Okay.
So it was a long haul there, but got through lots of stuff. And yeah, so I'm thoroughly enjoying it. It's been busy. I've been trying to be out and about as much as I can, but it's been very rewarding, and hoping I'm making a little bit of a difference along the way.
Excellent. Well, I know the community of Souris is certainly enjoying having your office here and seeing you around the community, so it's lovely.
I appreciate
that. And I'm
that.
sure your season is just going to get busy with fairs and different things like where you'll bring greetings and different things like that.
Yeah, it'll change a little bit. Lots through the winter months was during the week and when we're in session in Winnipeg, but then now, of course, in the summer it'll be mostly lots of weekend stuff, which is good.
Yeah.
No problem there. I'm looking forward to that very much.
That's exciting. So, Grant, I understand you had your first bill passed, Bill 202 or
Yes.
202.
Yep.
I'm not sure if I'm saying that
No,
correct.
that's exactly
Correct.
right.
The Community Foundations Act. So can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. So obviously we have the Souris and Glenwood Community Foundation here, which I think plays a big role in our community. It's something that I'm certainly very passionate about. I think I even received a Community Foundation scholarship when I graduated from Souris School. So, I just thought being a brand new elected official, you're maybe not going to start off with the most controversial thing. And this is something I thought, really was well deserved by the volunteers and staff who give their time to make community foundations work in our communities. And so this bill, which passed unanimously, had the support of my Conservative colleagues and also the NDP MLAs, permanently makes April 26th of every year in Manitoba Community Foundation Day. Wow. And so we hosted an event at the Legislative Assembly for volunteers and board members of community foundations and their teams to thank them for the work that they do in our communities. And so I'm hoping that, as this moves forward, now that it's passed officially, that community foundations and Endow Manitoba can use that day as a fundraising drive to try and help generate some more support from our communities, because it's the gift that keeps on giving when you decide to give to a community foundation, and I think they really help particularly our rural communities out.
I couldn't agree more. I happen to sit on the board of the current community foundation here in Souris, and it is one of the most rewarding volunteer positions that I've ever been involved in. So it's just really nice to be able to give back to different things in the community.
And thank you for giving your time. I'd encourage anybody to do it, and so it's good for us as elected officials to recognize folks like yourself and many others who give of their time to make our communities just a little bit more whole. Foundations can fill the gaps sometimes where nobody else is able to, so they're very important.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So what are some of the other issues and topics that have been being discussed through this last legislative session?
Yeah, it's there's lots of good things going on in Manitoba, but there's lots of challenges too. And so, you saw the NDP bring in their first budget as a new government. So that's out there, and they're certainly trying to address some of the campaign commitments that they made on the campaign trail. Lots of money going to healthcare. So we're hoping that we start to see a difference because we know universally across the board that healthcare is the number one concern right now. A little bit concerned that wait times are starting to tick back up again instead of going down. So I'm hearing lots about that. And then, of course, Infrastructure. I hear about that all the time. I spend lots of time on our highways, and I know folks in rural Manitoba do as well. And so, hearing lots about that
Oh.
there's lots to be done. So, yeah, those would be the top ones I would say that
Okay.
I'm hearing about right now.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, definitely some work, no doubt, is sounding like it's going on there.
Yes, for sure. And I had invited constituents to come and sign a petition about our Highway number 2
Oh,
here
yes.
locally. Thank everybody who did come and sign, and there's still lots of copies in my office. If folks are still feeling strongly about it, that they want to come and put their name on that petition, it's good for me to keep delivering those to the Minister of Infrastructure so that
Okay.
they know it's a priority for us here.
Okay, excellent.
Yeah.
Good. Well, thank you for sharing that bit of information for someone who was unaware how that process would
For
work.
sure.
So,
Yeah.
great.
Welcome to come by anytime.
Okay. So now that the spring session is ended, and I think we touched a little bit on this earlier when I said you're probably going to be busy going around, probably just some small town fairs and maybe some special birthdays or anniversaries. But what else going maybe forward into the fall? What are things looking like?
Yeah. So it's you're absolutely right that a lot of that fair, parade, rodeo, barbecue circuit starts to come up now, which is good. I'll be at the Brandon Travelers Day Parade on Saturday.
Okay.
That's the sort of the first parade of the season. But looking forward to being in the constituency. Of course, when we're in session, I'm tied up in Winnipeg from Sunday night to Thursday night.
Right.
So I don't get a chance to be out here as much meeting with people. So now that session is over, I'm very much looking forward to spending some time in my office here and the one in Brandon as well. And it's a big constituency. It runs from Oak Lake all the way to Holland. So hoping if folks want to get a hold of me, please reach out. I'm around now for the summer months. Don't hesitate to stop by. The only time I plan to be away is I've actually, as a younger MLA, been asked to attend the Midwest Legislative Conference, which is a combination of provincial legislators from Alberta, Saskatchewan, and Manitoba, and the Midwest states in the United States.
Oh, interesting.
We try to put our heads together once a year to talk about common issues, common geography, and what comes with having jurisdictions of similar size. So that's in Columbus, Ohio this year.
Wow.
So I will be off at that for a 4-day period at the end of July, but otherwise I'm here. So hope to catch people and see them out and about.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
Great. You also have a golf tournament coming up here in Souris in July. So if you could let us know, or the viewers know about that, that'd be great.
For sure. So really excited about this. I know my predecessor always had a golf tournament in Glenborough, which was his hometown. So I'm very excited to bring one to Souris. It's good for the golf course. And so that is on Saturday, July 27th.
Okay.
And there is both an 18-hole and a 9-hole option.
Okay.
As well, if you're not a golfer, you can just sign up and come for dinner if you'd like. So I'd certainly encourage anybody and everybody to come and do that. I'd certainly appreciate the support. And also, I know the golf course is very excited just to have another tournament on their roster.
Yes.
To be making some revenue for our local golf course here. So
Wonderful.
very excited.
So if someone was wanting to attend the golf tournament, whether it's to golf or for supper, how could they register?
Yeah, so they can register by emailing sprucewoodsconstituency@gmail.com or just stop by our office here and we can get you signed up.
Okay, well, that sounds wonderful. I'm certain you'll have a full tournament and a
Yeah.
well-attended event.
Hope so. Hope to fill the clubhouse up. So.
Excellent. Do you think there's anything we missed, Grant? You have given me a lovely list to follow along,
Yeah.
and I think we've captured it all.
No.
But if there's anything else that you'd like to tell the viewers?
Yeah, not anything off the top of my head. Just it's been a couple of months since I was on the show last. So thanks for having me, and thanks to everybody for their support on Election Day, of course, and then in the days that have followed since. It's really a privilege to represent my hometown and also just this great corner of Westman that we have here. So I don't take that lightly, and please reach out anytime if you ever need any help.
Sounds great. Well, it's been a pleasure having you here, Grant, and maybe a few months down the road into the fall when the legislative gets in session again, we will be sitting back here having another conversation.
Sure, that sounds great.
Great. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
This has been Access TV interviews for Thursday, June the 6th, 2024.